The death toll in this morning's horrific taxi accident in Mpumalanga could rise to 18, and Cape Townians are likely to face water restrictions following poor rainfall this year. Ambusisiwa Khatebe with the latest news update. The death toll in this morning's horrific taxi accident in Mpumalanga could rise to 18. So far, 17 bodies have been retrieved from the wreckage of the taxi after it collided head-on with a truck near Belfast. Most of the people in the taxi have been burnt beyond recognition. The taxi was on its way from Mozambique to Johannesburg, and the truck was transporting meat from Johannesburg to Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga's Department of Safety and Security spokesperson, Joseph Mabuza, says the taxi driver was driving in the oncoming lane when the vehicles collided. Mabuza says the truck dragged the taxi for several meters before both vehicles caught fire.
We have currently retrieved 17 bodies out of the wreckage between a truck and a taxi that was driving from Mozambique towards Johannesburg. But the emergency personnel are still cutting the truck, whereby we suspect that the driver is still trapped there. We don't know whether the driver was alone or with another person, but we expect that the number will go up to 18.
A new national strategic plan on HIV/AIDS and TB will be released by President Jacob Zuma today. The 5-year plan will be a guide on how to tackle the pandemic over the next 5 years. Various sectors under the South African National AIDS Council have contributed to the new plan. Deputy Chairperson of SANAC, Mark Haywood, says the new plan addresses challenges and closes gaps that existed in the previous NSP.
I feel that it's a visionary plan. I feel that it's one of the boldest plans in the world. And I think that we can, as a society, congratulate ourselves that we have kept the vision and the ambition of trying to stop this epidemic and to trying to stop the TB epidemic. And I think that's important because what is happening in many parts of the world is that the urgency around HIV is diminishing.
3 people arrested in connection with the murder of 37-year-old Derek Shwati at Kwanoktula near Plattenberg Bay are expected to appear in the local magistrates' court today. They allegedly took part in the mob killing of Shwati on Monday. He was stoned and beaten to death for allegedly killing 7-year-old Sipogazi Nini on Sunday. And lastly, Cape Townians are likely to face water restrictions following poor rainfall this year. Cape Town Mayor Patricia de Lille issued the warning during the launch of a massive water-saving campaign in Lavender Hill. De Lille says people in and around the city must use water sparingly to avoid a crisis.
In the event that there's no improvement and we don't get any rain, we have to look at water restrictions so that we can save water for the long summer that's still ahead of us.
Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak Option 1.